Good morning, welcome back. And it is morning, it's 4 a.m. I woke up at 2:30. At 3:30 I decided, might as well just get out of bed. And now it is 4 a.m. and I'm down here. So I guess what I wanted to start with is this. So you guys know that I purchased this case with the hinge missing the 2 rivets, so I'd fix that, and I was going to put the silver burst in this. That was my original thought, and then it hit me. This is a Voodoo case, and the guitar that came out of this is black and red, transparent, just like this. So the only difference really between this body and the Voodoo body is the Voodoo body has some pretty dark black streaks in it. I'm not sure what they do finish wise to make it look like that, but this is pretty close. And originally I thought about changing the pickups to chrome. Still may do that, I'm not sure, but I haven't even cleaned this up yet or anything. All we did was open it and look at it. I honestly haven't even plugged it into an amp yet, but I'm sure it works. But anyways, I think this is where it's going to live. I think that's a very fitting case for it. Black and red snakeskin, black and red studio with a super flamed out maple neck. So no, it is not a true Voodoo, but it's pretty close. And for somebody that wants one but can't find one or can't afford one, because I'm sure they're probably more money than this would be. I don't know, I'll have to go back and look, but anyways, that's what we're gonna do with this one. We're gonna put it in this case. I think it's quite fitting for it. So anyhow, I'm gonna go ahead and just hang this one back up for now. I'm gonna put this case up. And then I think what we're gonna do is put the Goldtop back together since it's all plug and play. And then I'm gonna finish my amp project in the silver burst before I get myself too deep into having too many things apart. So we're gonna put this back together, which is not sounding like a lot of fun to me. I really wanted to put this together the way I wanted to. Then I figured out my 3-way switches. They are correct. I've never run across it before because all the 3-way switches that I used have always been like this with a really long neck for the threads. Well, I found out all I have to do is get a deep threaded nut for the 3-way switches that I have, and it'll work just fine. So I ordered the deep nuts for the 3-way switches, so those should be here soon enough. But again, I think I'd like to finish some stuff before I get too far ahead of myself. Guess there is a direction for this nut too. Alright, well, that's one thing down. Again, this is not really what I wanted to do. I took it apart. I had every intention of putting it together the way I wanted. This is not going to take that long to put together. I won't put strings on it. I'll just put all the pieces back on it for now. And then we'll get back to it. This is the only convenient thing about all this plug and play stuff. Is it goes on really quick. I can see the allure of it if you change parts a lot, at least pickups. The problem with the pickups, man, they want a lot of money just because they have this stupid plug on them. And I personally like the vintage wiring, as you guys all know. I really didn't like the wiring diagram either that Stratosphere sent with that kit. I'm going to go ahead and finish that off the way it says to, because obviously I started it that way. Let's just keep on rolling here. I guess I won't put those in until I get the pickups in. I might as well do the neck one first so it don't have to fight its way past two wires down here at the bottom. Sorry I'm not so talkative. It is 4 a.m. I did get up at 2:30 and I went to bed about 11. So I'm working on very little sleep. So as soon as we get this back together though, I'm going to jump back on that Princeton chorus. We'll get that back together. And once that's back together, then we're going to go back to the Silver Burst. And once we get that together, then I'll jump back to this, if I still have it. I may relist it while we're finishing up with the other projects. There was 44 people watching this on Reverb alone, and I think there was another 30 or 40 people on eBay watching it. So I know it won't sit around too long. This is my second one. These are pretty popular. The Goldtop is pretty hard to come by compared to all the rest of the tributes and studios. You know, they're always some kind of burst color or faded this or faded that. This was the only one that they made Goldtop 2017 tribute. So it's pretty popular for that reason, because Goldtops are always more expensive for some reason or another. I'm not sure exactly why. But if you can't afford a standard or deluxe or custom or whatever, classic even, this is a much, what do you want to say, more affordable route. And actually, I think if somebody took a studio and or this tribute here, this Goldtop tribute, and they high gloss cleared it, I think it would look really good. Oh, I don't know why I put that screwdriver away. See, I'm too tired. Go ahead and put this ugly plastic thing back on. Again, I never did understand why they would put this on. Should be your choice when you buy the guitar. It should just come in the case, no holes drilled in the guitar. The guy I sold the Cherry Burst to, my first build, he sent me a picture of it. He's quite pleased with it. He took off the pick guard. He's just like me, he hates pick guards. He didn't say that, but you could obviously tell because in the picture, the pick guard was removed, so. And there's more people out there like me that don't like the pick guards. And this is the crappy part about taking these apart, because now all this stuff needs adjusted. Give it a quick wipe off before we get any more stuff on here. That didn't take too long. We're almost back together. Okay, so I'll go ahead and plug in the neck. And the bridge. I think this goes this way. No? Yeah, one went right in. There we go. And then the ground just pushes in. And that's all it took to do that. Quick plug and play. Guess I might as well put this funky input jack in now. Go ahead and plug that in now. Well, it's a little easier. There we go. I have yet to get any of the conversion kits to put the plugs on the end of these. I would rather just steer clear of them. Almost done, but that was pretty quick. I wonder. Yeah. I was gonna say maybe I should put the clear covers on this that I got. I don't know what that would look like on here. They're like a smoke gray, transparent. The pickup or the cavity routes in this aren't the prettiest either, so they have a purpose. We'll figure it out. Maybe they go on the Cherry Studio. I'm not sure. I do have all the tuners off, so I've been thinking about putting the Goldtop locking tuners on it. I originally bought those for the last 2017 Goldtop tribute that I had. So maybe it's fitting that they go ahead and find their way on this one. Just wait for those because those are just going to fall off. Alright, well, let's go ahead and do it. Let's put the, took it all apart, might as well do something different to it. What are all the nut certs for? We might not be using this. These have the push-in nut certs like strip tuners. Let's see how that does here. Huh. That is strange. Let me go ahead and stick one of these other ones through here so you can see what I'm talking about. So the bottom one is the locking tuner. You can see I got it flush up against the headstock. Now look at that. It barely sticks through. Every time I try to do something different, it turns out to be a fail. Maybe it's a sign I should just stick to buying and selling them and not monkeying with them, huh? Well, live and learn. That is really strange. I mean, there was barely any of that sticking up for the string to go around. All right, so factory tuners it is. Oh well. What are you gonna do? Sell them. That's what we're gonna do. Three by three locking tuners. It just maybe these are for something else. I can't imagine them being for anything else. When I bought them, they said they were for Les Paul. Epiphone Gibson. All right. Well, that was an absolute fail, this whole thing. Wasted time. I aborted this project because I thought I'd wasted my time soldering all that stuff. And I kind of did, but I didn't. I learned a few things. Once I got to the point where I thought the what do you call it, the three-way switch and stuff wasn't going to work, I got disgusted and gave up, and then I figured out it was me not knowing that you needed a deep threaded nut for the three-way switch. So like I said, I ordered those and we will give it another shot. I think this stuff I started building, I got all the other stuff in the bag, I don't want to dig it out, but I've got the CTS pots grounded, and I got one side of the capacitors soldered on. This side I didn't solder yet because the pickup leads go to these two and then get soldered, and I can trim off the little legs, but we'll finish this up. I got most of it done. I just don't want to put those in this for say. I change my mind quite often, quite fast, so that's just the way it is. I still have not had any opportunities to go to Akron. And as soon as I do, we will drop the silver turd off, silver burst, to get the vintage clear done on it. I was looking at one of the Adam Jones cases. They got it on sale on, I think it's eBay. But they went like $700 for those cases, and Trogley had, I think, 3 of those Adam Jones. Yeah, he did, because he bought 2, then he scratched one, and he had to replace it for the customer. I don't know if he's still sitting on the scratched one or not, but he said the cases were like painted in a rubberized coating, so the black and silver peeled off real easy. So I'm pretty leery about buying one, let alone paying $700 for a stupid case. I been looking at other cases and options, and I think I might have found a new option. Gibson alternative. I'm not real big into aftermarket cases. Most of them are usually just junky, cheap. But I found this one case. It should be here tomorrow or the next day. Well, today's Saturday. If it don't show up today, then it probably won't show up till next week. But anyhow, I almost ordered 3 of them because I've sold off so many cases. It's time to start replenishing them. So I found one that has the look of, what do you want to call it? I'm tired. The Lifton case. It looks like that, like the reissue custom shop cases. Kind of like pinkish inside with the little silk veil thing. And so as soon as that shows up, we'll see how that compares to Gibson cases. We have several here. Got custom shop, the regular USA style one, even though that's a bucket head. We have the one that the Voodoo is supposed to come in. We have the Gibson gig bag, the nice one, not the cheap black one. And we also have a 70s one. So we have a bunch of Gibson cases to compare it to as far as build quality and stuff like that. But I won't give away how much it was, but it was very, very affordable, very reasonable. So if it turns out to be a nice case, I'm going to buy probably 2 or 3 more of them. And this one I'll probably get one. Cherry Studio is going to go in the Voodoo case. I may keep the vintage one for my 76 instead of the 79. I don't know. I flip cases around quite often. I'm not a real big stickler on having the original case unless it's a special guitar. Like the bucket head, obviously you can't have any other case for that because it's 6 feet long, but you get what I'm saying. So if it turns out to be a really nice case, a good alternative, and not have to spend $600 or even $500 for a Lifton case or a reissue custom shop, which when it says reissue, what it really means is copy, because it's not identical to the one Gibson made. My opinion though, it is. Some of them are a little better because some of the ones Gibson made, they have that funky gray foam triangle wedge in there. The Costa Rica one is the one that you really want to get your hands on. All right, well, there you go. Just got to throw the knobs and strings back on it and call that done again. Okay, well, the Goldtop is back together for the most part. I still gotta throw strings on it if I decide not to do anything else to it right away. Put it back up for sale for now, but thank you for watching me put it back together. Until next time.